Hi guys, today is the 30th of July 2019 at 19 minutes past 10 in the evening over here in the UK, and North Korea has just fired off some multiple projectiles. This is early Wednesday morning over in North Korea. Obviously early Wednesday morning over here, but late Tuesday evening over in the United States. So I was just checking the news, like CNN, Fox, MSNBC. No one's reporting it just yet, so they may still be going through verification. And then we'll start to see it on the mainstream media in the United States. But over here in the UK, the newspapers have already picked it up. North Korea fires unidentified missiles days after two were launched in test. We'll be bringing you the very latest updates. So let's see. North Korea has fired multiple unidentified missiles. It is being reported tonight. The Yonhap news agency made the claim, citing South Korean military Joint Chiefs of Staff. It comes 6 days after the country fired two missiles in Kim Jong-un's latest show of force, and one was a new type that flew almost 435 miles before crashing into the sea. They say that one's modelled off of a Russian missile. The missiles were launched from Wonsan, a city on the eastern coast, as Pyongyang carried out its first test since its leader and US President Donald Trump agreed to resume talks about denuclearization and sanctions. With one projectile traveling almost 435 miles, it was one of the furthest distances a North Korean missile has flown during a drill. Kim's test, the second in 3 months, risks further escalating tensions in the area and threatens to derail talks after he and Trump met at the demilitarized zone between the two Koreas at the end of June. So now we're coming to the end of July. North Korea are back to their missile firing, and I believe this is in well, it's not quite in response, but in proactive response to South Korea and the United States resuming military drills. No one has said how large those military drills are going to be, if they were going back to the original scale, if they were continuing with the smaller scale exercises that they had agreed to do since Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un met the first time. But we are coming into August, and obviously there is a lot of interpretations that I've done with August the 3rd, the 13th, the 23rd, well 21st to 23rd, the 30th and the 31st, and there's also August 11th in there as well. So a lot of points to watch throughout the month of August. And then we're into September, where I've got the September 2nd, September 3rd, September 21st, September 27th dates, looking out for events. But right now, it seems as if North Korea are back to their old ways, and we don't know how this is going to resolve. The last two tests, Donald Trump has called them small and nothing to worry about. But obviously that's not the case for Japan and South Korea. So the United States will be getting pressure from those two countries in terms of doing something about North Korea. But, you know, the fact that Donald Trump met with Kim Jong-un 3 times now has given Kim Jong-un legitimacy as a world leader. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to walk back from that level of kind of recognition that Kim Jong-un's been given. With that recognition has come the relaxing of sanctions from people like Russia and China, and obviously other actors around the world. The reason being because it appears to them that things are moving in the right direction, so why not release some of the sanctions? But we know that North Korea has been developing their nuclear weapons. We know that they just finished their submarine. Now they've got new missiles, apparently, according to the last test. Now they're doing more tests today. So I think even though it's kind of like we're being ping-ponged around. It was first North Korea, fire and fury, then it went to Iran, denuclearization, annihilate your entire country. Now we appear to be drifting back over to North Korea. At the same time, Russia and China have been moving steadily under the radar. And there's been a lot of things developing. Britain still survives, even though we have our impersonating character, Boris Johnson, being Donald Trump over here. It just still connects that twin system thing. You know, they look very similar. The whole messy blonde hair, the way they speak, obviously not exactly the way they speak, but their unabashed rhetoric is something that is uniquely identifiable with Boris Johnson in the UK and Donald Trump in the United States. Obviously, there's that special relationship that they constantly refer to, the United States kind of being born out of the United Kingdom. It just still connects those twin systems. Both countries are top financial locations. There's a lot of similarities between the two locations, so that's why the lookout on, you know, second 9/11 events are in association with the UK and the United States. Obviously, if there's an event in the UK, I do believe it will be blamed on Iran. They keep referring to reports in the media about Iran-backed terrorist cells being ready to strike in the United Kingdom. There was a report about the bomb factory that was found, you know, plans for terrorist attacks. So that whole subliminal messaging has been played out to the British public over the last 2 years, as well as events unfolding in the United States having been played out subliminally over the last 2 years as well. But I think this is significant. We'll keep an eye on how it develops and the response from the United States and the rest of the world. I don't think it's gonna escalate to war at this point, but it certainly puts us on the footing towards it. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.